Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently been part exchanged to us. This is our facelifted 60 plates, so 2010 Ford Mondeo titanium estate. So it's a TDCi, it's a 2 litre, and from memory I think it's 138 horsepower, something like that. Yes, I'm sure it is. It's covered just under 98,000 miles, and once the vehicle leaves us today, it's going to go into our prep guys to have a service completed and a cam belt kit and water pump, because they're normally due at 100,000 miles or 10 years. Now I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now, the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We tell you how it is as we see it. We are all human. I don't intentionally go out on a limb to misdescribe anything. So if you feel free to read some of our reviews on Auto Trader, they are all genuine reviews. We don't make anything up. Apologies, I'm having to go for a bit of the undergrowth because they're doing a bit of work down here where I normally take all my photographs and videos. So this particular car has got 7 stamps in the book. We'll be completing a service, so I'll have 8 stamps in total, and from memory 5 of them were covered by Evans Halshaw, who originally sold the car. Now the reason I'm going to hold the camera there for a while is please jot down the registration number. It has been MOT'd by the previous owner. From memory there was no advisories. It looks like it's had recently a brand new set of brake pads and discs. We haven't got an invoice for that, but it looks like they've recently been done. So this car, very high spec. Well, I think so anyway. It comes with satellite navigation, Bluetooth connectivity for your phone, front and rear parking sensors. It's got daylight running lights, which you get on the facelifted version as well, and they're the standard 17-inch rims you get on the titanium. Now it has got a reverse camera, but it's a little bit misted, so I haven't added in the specification. It's got a reverse camera, but it does have one. When you put it into reverse, it looks like it's all a bit misted up in there. We're going to try and dry it out the best as we possibly can, but I won't advertise it's got reverse camera. Okay, as I mentioned, front and rear parking sensors, folding mirrors. Yeah, so really nicely spec'd vehicle. Keyless go. In terms of, you've got the push start button, I'll show you that very shortly, and you've got 2 keys with the vehicle as well. Good tread on the tyres, Goodyear tyres, so no sort of nasty Chinese makes on there at all. Anyway, let's start off. Now these videos do take about, I don't know, 10 minutes long, so I do apologise if I have gone on a bit, but I'll try and give you as much detail on the car as possible. So when you do come to view it, whether you're 2 miles up the road or 200 miles away, it should be as I've described it. So let's start off. So driver's side wheel, really good condition. There was a tiny little scuff on there which I've touched up myself, but hopefully you can try and pick up maybe the brake discs. Yeah, there's no lips to them, they look brand new. And let's just try and go down the side of the car. It's going to be really hard to try and pick anything up, especially with a colour white. So these are the reflections that you're going to be looking for. I'll move the camera really slowly. It's going to be really hard. Now, it is a white car. She has covered 98,000 miles, or just under. Now, I'll tend to drive all my cars for about 200, 300, 400 miles, just to make sure they're all okay. Please don't expect a brand new car. She's what? She is 9 years of age now. It's never going to be a brand new car. But, you know, we're trying to be as honest as we possibly can by our videos. A little bit of dirt down there where I've sort of just driven it up. Apologies. You can see that all cleans up. Plenty of tread on the tyres. Alloy wheels look really good. There's no nasty corrosion, anything like that on the alloys. And again, hopefully if I try and zoom down, you might be able to try and pick up some of the reflections down here. May do. Right, so there were a few chips on the bonnet, and there's a couple of little chips on the other door. I'll show you where they were and where we touched them up. So let's just show you the inside. Looks in really good condition. So you've got electric height on the passenger and the driver's side seat. You've got a full complement set of Ford mats, automatic headlamps. You've got all your cruise control settings, etc. on the steering wheel. And there's your big standard, or not standard, optional extra navigation. with your phone, and you've got dual climate control air conditioning, 6-speed manual transmission. You've got your electric windows, electric mirrors, and your folding mirror function, which also folds in when you lock the car up. Show you the back of the car. Again, all looks in really good condition. I've just had the car fully valeted, so you may see a few little sort of darker patches where it hasn't fully dried out as yet. Full set of mats in the back, and it's got a humongous boot, and I'll show you that very shortly. Centre armrest, all the door panels look in really good condition. You've got this kind of brushed aluminium trim that you'll get on the titaniums. Right, I mentioned front and rear parking sensor. You can probably see the parking sensors there. There was a few little touch-ups that we've had to put on there. Now there is a couple of marks, looks like they've been touched up prior to the car coming to us. So along here, along that edge, and a few chips here. Now if I took a picture from back here like I would normally do, you wouldn't see any of that, but we just want to point it out to you. Let's just open the boot up. Massive boot, parcel shelf there as well. Don't know if you're going to pick too much up. Let's just go inside. That's one of the things that customers generally like about these Mondeos. They're proper like load luggers, really. And I like the, the fact, even though it's 9 years of age, it's still got the original plates on it. Right, let's have a look down the passenger side. Again, I'll try and hold the camera as still as possible. I will just slightly move it just so you can try and pick up some reflections. Again, there's no great big dents or anything like that, loads of trolley dent, nothing like that at all. A few little stone chips around door edges, etc., which we have touched up already. Plenty of tread on the tyres. Hopefully I'll try and pick up, there we go. As I said to you, it's got Goodyears all the way around. Let's just show you in here as well. Door panels, all looking good, fine fitting. Backs of the seats. Now I know the previous owner had I think one baby seat in the back of here, but you couldn't really see that there isn't any marks of where the baby seat was. You've got Isofix on this particular car as well. Let's just show you driver's door panel. That electric adjustment for height I mentioned about on the driver and the passenger seat. The rest of it's all manual. You've got lumbar support as well, so you can just see the lumbar support dial there. That's your back rest adjustment dial. Again, the seats are in really good condition. Two centre cup holders. Oh, I forgot to mention heated front screen. Yeah, obviously with a titanium model you get a heated front screen. So fantastic in winter, absolutely fantastic. Now there's one or two little marks like you can probably see here. It's just where I've driven the car up here. There's a couple along there. It's just where I've driven the car, apologies, just in case you pick that up in the camera. So, plenty of tread there. And then hopefully you can try and pick up. So if I just move the camera really slowly, you might be able to try and pick up some of the reflections on the side of the car. Okay, now front of a vehicle. That's normally where most of your stone chips tend to happen. You've got a few on this particular car along the sort of front leading edge of the bumper, which have been touched up. And there was one just along here, which I've actually missed, so I need to touch that up. Just noticed that. Apart from that, all looks really good along the bonnet. Hopefully you can try and pick that all up. Not too sure if you can, but it's really hard with white. Front parking sensors, you can see the sensors in the grille down there, and you can see them up along here. You've got your indicators, fog lamps, indicators up here. You got your fog lamps down there, and you've got the daylight running lights along there. So we're just over 10 minutes now. So I've babbled on enough. If you're interested in this particular car or anything else at Moat Park Vehicles, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me an email, text, whatever you need to do, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And hopefully you found the video informative. Thank you. Bye bye.